Good morning, everybody. Let's have a little chat. Why I changed the format of the channel for this year. I am not doing so well physically. I added recently the fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue syndrome, whatever they're gonna end up finally diagnosing me with section, even if they do stick with that diagnosis. I have to ask clear and candid questions at my next follow-up appointment if indeed they honestly believe that that is my diagnosis, or they can't find an answer and they've run out of ideas, and because I have a psych history, they lumped me in those boxes. The problem with those boxes is twofold. One, there's no cure, so that means that it is what it is for the rest of my life, potentially, if that's what's going on. Secondarily, I'm not certain, because I've had past medical issues that I was told was just in my head, and they proved to be precancerous polyps and aneurysms in my lungs that screwed up the blood flow between my heart and my lungs. And I was told I was just hysterically fainting or refusing to eat. And none of those things were true. There was something going on. I worry just being boxed in due to my psychiatric conditions, and the lack of ability for them to find an obvious answer, that I'll be lumped into a condition that has no real treatment and is indefinite, potentially. And I don't want to live this way forever. And further, that there is something, like has been the case more than just those two examples in the past, where they have put me in a psychiatric box of a diagnosis, because of my psych history and my psychiatric conditions. And it turned out, stumbled on by other doctors, there was legitimate and dangerous medical conditions underneath that were causing the problem. It wasn't a psychiatric condition. It wasn't anything like that. And I worry that there is a more severe problem going on, that if I get labeled in that position, that won't be found. It won't be sought, because half of the psychiatric community and half of the medical community doesn't even believe in chronic fatigue or fibromyalgia as existing disorders. And it delegitimizes what I've been struggling with for a year now, and takes away, potentially, the seriousness given to my state and any further looking for medical causes that could be at the root of what's going on with me. It's admitting defeat and refusing to look further. So I need to have some serious conversations with my doctor. Being in a state of exhaustion and bodily dysfunction and pain, struggling to get through my days for a year, on top of having bipolar and other things. I'm so exhausted, just trying to keep up with my basic life requirements, and my relationship, and I'm just not in a place anymore where I can have the physical and mental reserves to come up with a brand new idea every day, uh, and make a video every day. Um, I'm too exhausted to think. uh, and hold up my life at the same time. Um, and this way I can slap on some makeup and bulk film on a day that's a good day, um, and make many videos all in one go, just by changing my clothes or my hair and working, bouncing my brain off the quote book. Um, so I have some subject material to cover, and I can narrow it down to things on the channel that are relevant to the channel as best as I can, to improving your life and your stability and mental and physical health, and getting through a day and coping and helping you. Um, but I had to make this change because of my health. And my when you're sick and exhausted and barely holding up your life for a year, um, and dealing with mental illness issues that come and go, and you you don't have much steam for creativity. Um, so for the time being, I didn't really have an option but to change the format of the channel for my own health. I had to take the load off of myself and still try my best to um, continue to do for you all what I've been doing for a couple of years now, a video a day that may be helpful in your own life in some way. And this is a compromise that I found that will allow me to carry on with the channel and not kill myself in the process. So this is why I changed, and it may change back in the future, but for now it's the only way I can keep it going. I love you guys.